Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is man Jamar coming to y'all today with another video, and today I'm going to show you guys exactly how to make this monogram design that I did. Let me turn the grids off so you can see a little bit better. And we're going to be in Affinity Designer today, so just follow along with me. This is a little bit, I would say, intermediate to a little bit advanced how to do this. It's not too crazy, but this design is also in my store. Check out my website in the link in the description below. It's in my shop right now, and I actually have a printed shirt behind me, and I can show you guys the finished results at the end of the video. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop into this real quick. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this artboard, and I make artboards because it's a lot easier to, when you want to make your shapes and stuff like that, all you have to do is just put them onto the outside. So we got our artboard made, and I'm doing this in a 14. You can do them by 14 by 17 inches if you're doing t-shirt designs, which is that's what I mostly do, and 300 DPI. But making documents are pretty easy. Like I said, this is a intermediate to advanced tutorial today, so making documents is something that you should probably so not gonna explain that. So I'm making my shape. So pretty much we're using the rectangle tool today, and I'm just going to duplicate this a couple of times. And the way you do that is you do Control J, and let me take the stroke off that because there was a stroke on there by accident. And what you do, you hit Control J to duplicate it a couple of times, and I'm just going to duplicate it. I'm gonna take that stroke off that one too. It's gonna bug me. So I am going to get these positioned just right for the M. Like I said, it's not gonna be exactly exact, but the concept is going, it's going to come out to be the same. So what I want to do right here is get that position just right. And what I'm doing is I'm holding Control, and I am moving in and out. That way it retains the same shape with the whole shape that you're trying to make. All right, so now what I'm about to do is position that, and since I got it the way I want to, I'm just gonna click this right here. I want to press Control J again, since I'm on PC, by the way, if I didn't mention that. All right, so now we got that where we want it. Want to align these to the bottom, that way they are perfectly centered up. All right, so now I don't want to grab both of those. I just want to grab these. All right. Let's have my node tool right there. So now I just want to move these up. And move these kind of out a little bit. Several different ways you can do this. Like I said. All right. This needs to be moved down just slightly. This needs to be moved over just slightly. And you just want to zoom in on this and get it exactly where you want it to. All right. So this actually needs to be moved back some. This needs to be moved back as well. Right there and right there. So actually, let me redo this real quick, because whenever I move this shape up, All right, so when we move this shape up like that, it actually manipulated. So we're just gonna go back real quick, and I am going to get these bottom centered up. Move it up a little bit. What we're gonna do, we're gonna bring this up just a little bit. Bring it out just a little bit. So you gotta really play with the angle of this right here. So what I'm gonna do right here, I'm just gonna make this shape real quick. That way you're not sitting here. Look at me make this the whole time. And I'll be right back with you guys. All right, so now I'm back. So what we pretty much have here is I got everything lined up the way I wanted to. And basically you want to intersect these at the same point. As soon as you get them aligned at the top right here, because when you align them, you'll pretty much see the lines intersect at the very top right here. You'll see the blue lines intersect, and that means you got it exactly where you need to. So now, since you got both of these where you want it, you select both of the points right here, and now what you can do is you can go up here to divide, and that basically chops it up in different sections here. So now these are 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got 1, 2. So these are all different shapes right now. So what you can do is you can take the node editing tool and just delete them all. And we're just going to delete the bottom half edges. So the reason why this is something that's pretty neat to use is whenever you want to make your own custom lettering and stuff. So I could have used a font to do this, but you know, it's something custom the way because I actually drew this out whenever I made this design, which is you should be doing that with every design you do. It's kind of map them out. So now we got our M done. So looking very similar to our other shapes. So now what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go ahead. Oops, messed that up. So you gotta hit Control, and then you drag out. That way it keeps it the exact same shape. All right. So now we're gonna flip that, and we're gonna intersect that exactly where we want it to be. All right. So what I'm gonna do here, and we're gonna save this piece for later, is hold that one off to the side right there. And that's what I was saying. What I like about using artboards, you can pretty much put your shapes to the outside, and they're still visible. Okay, now that we're done with this, let's do a dividing in, and we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna take the pieces out that we don't want using the node editing tool. All right, so there we go. We got our V made. What we're going to do is just click and press shift and click and select all those. And I just don't look like I got all of them. Did I? Yeah. I don't know. No, I didn't. So add. Should be one shape. Nah, it's not one shape. Add. All right, let me make sure I'm on the right artboard, by the way. Yeah, it says one shape. Oh, it's that little piece right there. All right, take that piece out, take that piece out. And I'm just taking those rest of those parts out of it. All right, so now we got that part done. So now what we want to do is just line this up like that. And we want to line everything to the bottom. So this is not going to be exactly, but it will still come out right. Well, it's not going to be exactly to the original design, but you know, this is another. All right, so now what I did right here, I'm dragging out a rectangle and I'm lining it up to the top half of this M. That way these are both even. So now I'm gonna select both of those. We're going to divide it again. No, that's not what we wanted to do. Not divide, but we want to subtract. So now, look at that right there. You have your perfect V. All right, so now, since that part is done, probably need to bring this over just a little bit. All right. So now, remember this part that we took out for that V? Now we're going to duplicate that. Now we got the perfect angle. And this is something that I did not think about when I first did the design. I was like, you know what? Let's get the perfect angle on it. So now what you want to do, we're taking this out of the M. So I'm going to hide the V for a second. And I'm going to change this to the same color as well. And I'm going to bring the V back. And it should be at the same exact angle. And where we at? So it should be at the same exact angle. A little bit in. Ooh, crap. There we go. There we go. Well, essentially what we're doing is we're taking this part out of the M. So now, since we have everything we need to, we're going to take the V out. And I didn't explain this before. When you want to subtract from a shape, you need to have the shape that you want to cut out of the M on top, or else it's going to leave the top half. So there you go. I clicked this first one and it subtracted that part out. And I'm about to do the same thing here. Is we're about to grab both of these shapes and subtract. Nope, that ain't what we wanted to do. See, that's what happens. See, that was at the very top. The M was on top, so that's the reason why it didn't take it out the proper way. So now let's do this again. And let's take that out. Put the V on top. And there you go. You got your parts subtracted out. And with everything, see, it's still there, technically. And you can take all this out if you want to. So do this right here. Take your no editing tool. Take every single piece out. Every node. So now you're just left with a M that's partially broken, but as soon as you pull the V back in, there it is. It's back. So it's just like how this one is over here. All right. So now only thing left to do is just you can click and select both of these and group them together. Now they're on one shape. And I'm about to center this up to the canvas. And just take your text, drag that out. I'm going to type music vibration. And I'm going to select all of it. Click and drag. And let's see here. The text that I use, and you can use any text you want to. The text that I use for this was, and this is all caps. Let me do it in all caps. I can't spell. And the text I use for this is impact. That's what I use. You can get it off thefont.com or whatever text you want to use. And I pretty much, I took it a little bit wider. And I'm just going to go right there. Now we can take our grids off, line everything up, and there you go. And that's pretty much the design right there. Like I said, this was kind of a lengthy tutorial today, but here it is pretty much. It's pretty much the finished product. This is the prototype shirt. This one actually has my name on the bottom, but yeah, this is pretty much it. This is the end of the tutorial. And you guys like it, man, hit the comment, comment below, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.